and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Tinks. I'm a crochet pattern designer based in Italy. And this video is a crochet tutorial, but also an upcycling tutorial video type of something. I'm ready, let's get started. If you follow me on my socials, you know that I have this beautiful bag that I made, I believe 4 or 5 years ago. It was one of my very first crochet projects I did. I actually also did some lining, which was not even that hard as I expected it to be, but the bag starts to fall apart, as you can see. And as much as I love this bag, I feel like I have to get rid of it. So the plan for today's video is to crochet a new bag, like an everyday bag, similar to this one. Well, actually similar to the size of this bag, but the bag itself will be different. I recently saw a picture of a bag. I can't find it anymore. I just scrolled past it and forgot to save it, but I was thinking about this bag for so long now, and I decided to now make this type of bag. It looks like a net, and it has like another little bag inside to like pull, so it closes at the top. I hope that makes sense. And I also have some old jeans that are way too small for me now. I have them since like, I don't know, middle school, and I really want to get rid of those. They are in a really good condition, so I never thought about throwing them away. I just kept those, and I think it's time to do something with it. So I'm gonna make my own yarn out of those jeans, and with that yarn I'm gonna crochet myself a beautiful new everyday bag. That's the plan. I just have to decide which jeans I want to use first, because I feel like one jeans would not be enough for the project. I'm gonna go with this one. This one's a little bit bigger, a little bit more. So I'm gonna cut those jeans into some yarn. I'm so excited. I hope I will be able to finish this today. So let's get into it. You know that I first have to do a little sketch. So the drawing's done, and this is just for myself. Like, the drawing's really bad this time, but I don't really care. It's just for myself to keep track of everything that I already made. And let me show you how the bag will look like at the end, because I already did this kind of bag with some t-shirt yarn, and this is what it looks like. Let's get into creating the fabric for this project. First thing you're gonna do is you want to cut off the legs of the pants. So I'm gonna cut right under the front pockets, which is right here. This can be really tricky to get over the seams, and cut in a straight line. I don't know why, but now whenever you're at the zipper, cut down along the seam, like this middle seam here. And there you go, your first piece of fabric that you're gonna transform into yarn. Now do the same on your second leg. Here's everything that's left from the pants. I think I'm gonna do something else with this waistband because I really love this one. So I'm gonna keep it. Okay, now you should have two, I don't know, tubes or whatever you want to call it. They are still connected. Now we're gonna cut about 1.5 centimeter stripes. Let me show you how to do that. I feel like this seam on the bottom is really stiff. I think I'm not gonna be able to crochet with that one, so I will get rid of this first. There you go. I just moved to the table to show you even better. So start cutting these stripes until you get to this seam. Cut your stripes just like that and do that until this is your last stripe. The part up here, we're gonna cut this one different so that we don't waste too much fabric. So just continue cutting stripes like that. Now what I just realized is that my scissor is worth nothing, for real. This one just doesn't work, so I'm gonna change it up and work with this one now. Just look at my finger, what happened with the other scissor, I don't know, but just see the difference. So my first tip for this project is to get a proper scissor. Just look at how easy it is to cut right now. So amazing. This is what it should look like so far. As you can see, I did my very last stripe and then I just left this one like this. And now you're gonna cut all those stripes into one single thread or whatever you want to call this, so that you don't have to tie no knots and don't have to sew them together or whatever. So let me show you how to do that. So you're gonna start with the first loop of fabric you created and just cut it open. And what you're gonna do now is you want to connect this piece with this one basically. So grab the second loop and cut diagonal from here to there. And I'm just gonna cut this one as well, this little tip here, so it doesn't stick out, just like that. And as you can see, the piece gets longer. And you're just gonna continue doing that. So again, from this one here, where you have all your jeans fabric, cut to the next thing on the other side. And just continue doing that. Now you have this piece left and the rest of the fabric attached. All you're gonna do is create even more fabric And let me show you how. I'm just gonna cut through this diagonal, just like I did before. And now I just cut even more stripes. So whenever you're at this point, wait, let me get rid of this thing here. Right, just like that. And now I'm gonna turn and turn again. This is everything that I have left from this side of the pants. Oh, I lost the end. Oh, where is it? Wait. Try to find the end, right? And now you can roll it up. And this is what it will look like. So let's just do the other side of the pants. Now, I just want to say, be really careful with the scissors. Otherwise, you're gonna get hurt. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I cut myself here, and from using the other scissor, I got like this. I don't even know what's it called in English. Something, and it opened up like the skin and it hurts. Well, let's just continue. Hi, it's me editing. I just realized how hard it actually is to see what I'm doing with the jeans yarn, so I refilmed everything with some different yarn for you to understand even better. So just don't wonder why I'm not using the jeans yarn for the tutorial. Anyways, have fun creating. Now let me show you how to crochet the bag. I'm using my 6.5mm hook. Start by chaining 7. Place a stitch marker into the 7th stitch. I'm just going to use one of my earrings. Continue by chaining 30. Place the next stitch marker into the 30th stitch you just made. Now you basically start creating the first handle, and you have to at least crochet 18 more chains. And if you want, you can make the handle even bigger. So I'm gonna go with 18. I know this looks really small right now. I just want to show you exactly how many stitches I used for the jeans bag. The next thing you're gonna do to connect the handle, you're gonna insert your hook into the stitch you placed the stitch marker into and slip stitch. I'm just gonna remove the stitch marker for now. So this is your handle. Now you basically crochet all the way back to where you started, and already create your first loops. Chain 5, and skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches on this side of the chain and insert your hook into the next stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and into the 6th stitch and make a slip stitch. There you go, your first loop. Again, crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 5 stitches and connect with a slip stitch. Repeat doing that until you get to your first stitch marker. For the last of these loops, you should be able to insert your hook exactly into the stitch where you place your first stitch marker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and into the stitch, slip stitch. I'm gonna remove the stitch marker. And now you're gonna create this second handle. You already did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. So now I'm gonna do 12 more stitches to get to the same size of the handle like on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 11 and 12. Now grab the end of this row and connect with a slip stitch. Now you just did your first row. To start the second row, make 3 slip stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to create the next of these loops, and to do that, chain 5. You're going to connect this chain into this loop, and as you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches, and you're going to insert your hook into the middle of those 5 stitches, which would be stitch number 3. So insert your hook and connect with a slip stitch. Chain 5. And again, you're gonna connect this into the middle of this chain here. So 1, 2, into the 3rd stitch. Connect with a slip stitch. Now continue doing that until you reach the 2nd handle. Now for the last of these loops, you're gonna connect your chain to the handle. So chain 5. And again, here's the connecting stitch. So you're gonna insert your hook into the 1, 2, 3rd stitch. Since we are gonna work in the round, you're gonna slip stitch around the handle until there are 2 chains left. And just like you did on the other side, you're gonna already create the first of these loops. So chain 5. And do the exact same thing as you did on the other side. Insert your hook into the 3rd stitch and connect with a slip stitch. Make the last loop into the handle. So 1, 2, and into the 3rd stitch and connect with a slip stitch.
Now you simply work slip stitches until you get to the beginning of the row. And connect the row with another slip stitch into the first stitch of the row. To start row 3, already chain 5 and make the first of these loops. Repeat doing that until you get to the other handle. So whenever you're at this point where you did the last of these chains into the chain from the previous row, do just like on the other side, one extra chain, but into the handle. So 1, 2, and into the third stitch. And again, slip stitch all the way around the handle until there are 2 stitches left. I'm gonna go with slip stitches into the back loop. So this is the connecting stitch, so there are 2 stitches left, and again you're gonna create another of these loops from the handle to the first loop from the previous row. And continue creating the loops until you get to the other handle. Create this extra loop into the handle and slip stitch around the handle until you get to the start of this row and connect with a slip stitch. So this is what it should look like so far. I know the handle looks really small right now. I actually wanted the handle to be small on the jeans bag, but as I said, if you want the handle to be bigger, you can totally do that by just adding chains. Just make sure that the total of the chains you do for the handle is then later the same on the other side. But for row 4, you're already gonna fold the bag to connect the sides. Start row 4 by making 3 slip stitches into the first of these loops. 1, 2, and 3. And now you're gonna create your first loop. And make another one. For the next loop, instead of chaining 5, you're only gonna chain 2. 1, 2, and already connect this chain to this loop. And now you're gonna fold the bag. Now chain 2 and connect into the next loop. Now chain 2, 2, connect this into the next loop but on the other side. So instead of this loop, you're gonna connect with this loop. And to do that, instead of inserting your hook from like the back to the front, insert your hook, turn the project a little and insert your hook from the top down. And make a connecting slip stitch, chain 2 more, and connect with the next loop on this side now. Now you're gonna do the exact same thing. You're gonna chain 2, connect with the next loop but on the other side, insert your hook from top down, and chain 2 more and connect with the loop on this side. This is what it looks like so far. Now you're gonna do slip stitches around the handle until you get to the middle of this loop on the other side. So just like this. And now you're gonna do the exact same thing as you did on the other side. Okay, I just finished weaving in all the ends. Now let me show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like with the extra bag in it. I think it's really, really cute. I actually ended up also using the second pair of pants, but I added the bigger handle so that I can, you know, wear it like that. I used these rings I got quite some time ago and did some chains, and I'm not sure what to do with the end, but I'm gonna figure that out. I think I will be using some pearls to decorate it even more, but you will see more of that on my Instagram and TikTok, so don't forget to follow me over there. But that's basically it. That's the bag. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you liked the tutorial. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!